Could James Gunn be directing the Flash movie? Stay tuned. Let's talk about it here in the Poindexter Lounge. What's up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and usually with me is the lovely Tiff-tastic, but she is not here today. But hey, if this is your first time joining us in the lounge, welcome. This is a place for nerds. It is a place where we can all discuss what we love, things like TV shows, games, movies, toys, and so much more. And so I just want you to know that we are so glad to have you here and so glad that you stopped by. If this is your first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you can be a part of this community, because that's what we are trying to do here. We are trying to build a community of people who love this kind of stuff and are just nerds.
Get those nerds! Nerd! Nerd!
All right, so we want you to be a part of that. Also, hit that notifications bell so that you know when we put out videos, which is like every single day. That's right, that's what we do. And then also, if you like the content today, please give us a thumbs up to let us know what you think about the topics that we discuss. And share the video with others so that others can come in and be a part of this as well. Also, please leave a comment down in the comment section and let us know what you think of what we talk about. Or you can also keep the conversation going over at Twitter by following me at Enosh Fett. You can also follow Tiffany at Grand Tiff Tarkin. You can follow the channel itself at Poindexter Lounge. With just an X, because, well, Twitter wouldn't let us have that one extra letter. You know, what are you going to do? And then, of course, you can hashtag Poindexter Lounge. All right, so today's topic that we're discussing is something that actually came up in our comment section last week with our viewer, Internet Master 1. And Internet Master 1, I'd just like to say thank you so much for commenting. And because of your comment, we have today's video. And so we were talking, and also, hey, here's the thing. Because you commented and because we're using it, you are this week's viewer of the week. That's right. Every week we pick a viewer of the week, and that is you, Internet Master 1. So big shout out to you. Thank you so much for being a viewer and for watching. We really, really appreciate it. And you can be too if you leave a comment down in the comment section and have a conversation with me. All right. So that is you this week, Internet Master 1. That being said, so we were having a conversation, and Internet Master 1 was giving me some information about Star Wars Resistance and some other things that maybe we could check out for the channel. And the Flash movie came up, and the directors for the Flash movie. Because I made a comment in one of my videos about I don't even know what's going on with the Flash movie, and we really still don't know what's going on with the Flash movie. But here's the thing: when we started off, we heard we're getting a Flash movie, right? Flash is part of the DCEU. Awesome. We're super excited about that. But then it just hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, we've gone through several directors now, and I mean several directors. Even Lord and Miller were attached to this project at one point, and they left this to go do the Solo movie. No, they probably should have stayed with The Flash, because that is more in their ballpark, I think. I mean, their comedic genius and everything, that would have worked a whole lot better than putting them on Solo, and we all know what happened with that. Although Solo is a great movie, I really, really enjoyed it. But after that, we've had other directors. It was said then that it was going to be based on the Flashpoint paradox, and we were all excited about that. And we were thinking, hey, are we gonna see Thomas Wayne? Is he going to play a part? What's going on? It's going to be cool. And they were told, no, that's not the case at all. And a few months ago, we were told, nope, we got brand new directors. That's right, not one director, but two directors. Two directors are better than one sometimes. But we were getting two directors, and they weren't Lord and Miller. No, they were John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein. And they're the guys who directed the Vacation movie that just came out a year or so ago with Ed Helms and Christina Applegate. And they've done some other things too. But hey, this was fine. We were going to go ahead with this. And then we haven't heard anything. There has not been any updates at all on the Flash movie. So where is it at in production? We even got a little snippet from actress Kiersey Clemons a while back that said, well, hopefully it'll be done and ready to go by 2019. But still, we haven't heard a word. Nothing more. It's just stalled out. There's been no production updates, no nothing. The directors haven't come forth saying anything. They haven't announced a date that the movie will be out for sure, and they haven't even announced a start date. The comment was out there that it could possibly be done by 2019. So we just have waited, and we've waited. Here we are. The Flash movie, and ironically, is moving very, very slow. But today I was watching the John Campea show, and John Campea, I have a love-hate relationship with him. Not really hate. I mean, I don't really hate him, but there's just times he kind of gets on my nerves. But I think that's with any internet thing. I probably get on some people's nerves as well. You probably have problems with me, and that's fine because that's what happens. But I was watching the John Campea show, and a lot of times I like John Campea, and we agree on many things, especially things like Man of Steel. We both agree that Man of Steel was a superb genius of a movie, and I love that about John. But John had one of his viewers question today whether or not James Gunn could secretly be the next director of The Flash. And you say, well, hey, but they've already announced that it has two directors, John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein. But let's go over some evidence. Let's go over some stuff that's come out. Now, I mentioned Kiersey Clemons. Now, Kiersey Clemons is supposed to play Iris West when they finally do get a movie up and going. She actually filmed scenes for Justice League that were not used. That whole cut scene where Barry Allen touches the glass and it all shatters and stuff, that was a scene where he goes to save Iris, and that is Kiersey Clemons. This is what she had to say just this last week when asked about the Flash movie. She said, "No idea. We don't know yet. I mean, we have a little bit of an idea of who our director is, but I can't say that. I talk with Ezra Miller frequently, and we'll see. I'm not doing Flash for the rest of the year, so let's hope for 2019. Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because Warner Brothers has already announced that they have their directors, that they've got John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein. So they have two directors, not one director, but two. And so that's already been official, and we know that, and that's what's been going on. We've gotten no other word that those directors have left the project. And yet here she is saying, well, we've got a little bit of an idea of who our director is. Our director, not directors, but director. Got a little bit of an idea of who our director is, but I can't say that. Now, we all know the controversy surrounding James Gunn. James Gunn, of course, was the writer and director of both Guardians of the Galaxy films, and then he was famously fired from Disney just this past few months ago for some tweets that came out on his account about 8 to 10 years ago, and people are pretty split on whether or not he should have been fired. There's a lot of people calling for him to be rehired. The Guardians of the Galaxy crew got together and put together a letter saying that they wanted to keep him. And then there's a lot of people who just feel very strongly that because his comments and some of his videos and the things that he had posted on Twitter had to do, dealt with rape and pedophilia, that Disney did the right thing in letting him go. But he's a popular director. He's a good director. So it's not surprising to hear the fact that there are actually many studios right now who are vying for James Gunn. Now that Disney has said, nope, we're not going to rehire him, we're done, many studios have been reported to be gunning, see what I did there, for Gunn, to come over and do some high-profile projects, including Warner Brothers. And this was discussed, it's been discussed a lot in the last few weeks about the possibility of James Gunn directing a DC movie. A lot of people love this idea. A lot of people are really down with the thought of him jumping ship from the MCU and coming over and doing a movie for Warner Brothers. Now, the last time we saw this was when we saw Joss Whedon come over from doing the Avengers movies and finishing up Justice League for Zack Snyder. Yeah, that didn't really turn out so great. But this could be a lot different if James Gunn was given the movie from start to finish, allowed to write it and direct it. So putting aside whether or not he should, and we did a video on that, and you can find that here on the channel. What do you think? Do you think that this is a possibility. I mean, we know that Warner Brothers has been talking to him about doing a high-profile movie. We know that James Gunn is no longer working for Marvel. We know that Kiersey Clemons here made a statement saying that they have a little bit of idea who their director is, meaning singular, but she can't say that. Is it possible that there have been talks and that maybe it will be announced soon that James Gunn is actually directing The Flash? I'm up in the air about this because I do like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. As a dad, I've had a little bit of a hard time going back and forth with this whole James Gunn thing. And I'll be honest with you. And I did a whole video about, I've done a couple of videos about this now, about the topic and even the topic of forgiveness and moving on. And then some more things came out. So I'm trying really hard not to be too judgmental about this whole thing, but it's a pretty sticky situation. It's a pretty interesting situation to be in. And I don't know, but I know from a writer and director standpoint, that's the kind of guy who could probably do really well with a movie like The Flash. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of this topic. Should James Gunn direct The Flash? Do you think that it's possible that he actually is directing The Flash? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about that. All right. Until next time, my name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett. It is always so good to have each and every one of you with us. Hey, like I said, if this is your first time, why don't you hit that subscribe button? If you've been watching my videos and you haven't hit the subscribe button, still hit the subscribe button. We want you here, all right? We want you to be a part of this on a regular basis. Also, watch some of these videos that have been chosen specifically for you because we like you and we are glad to have you here, all right? Thank you guys so much for your support of the channel. Really appreciate all of you. Until next time, bye-bye.